Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today, as soon as the frost goes away, I gotta get a ton of stuff done. First thing I'm gonna do, as soon as it's clear enough to see, I guess I can do it probably right now, is take this giant pile of burnables and drive down the Billy Road, which is right here. It's getting really grown over with this oats, but I got to drive down to that burn pile down there, add this nice dry stuff to it, and get that burnt up. And then, I don't know, I might light another one down at the bottom. I got plenty of burnables here, but I got to do that really quick because that is not really important. As you can see, I got all of the windows in yesterday. I started filming and then we had to just fly ahead and get moving to get all this stuff done on time. I got to go over with the heat gun today and make sure some of this stuff is fully adhered. I went over this with the heat gun, but still has a little issues. I really hate flashing tape. I mean, it never seems to stick 100%, even following all of their instructions and stuff. But this window assembly is not going to be prone to leak. It has OSI Quad Max all the way around the windows. So right now I just need to, these fins are overlapped and they have caulk under this side and then under this side. So there is no way possible for any water running down this to get in and around all of that and make it inside. It's just not possible. So I really don't need to flash in between them. So I will flash the top and then I have to get to the rubber roof. I have termination strips. I have 3 of them left. I got to get that in, but it's got to dry off and warm up a bit. You can hear the heater. I have the heater blasting in there to dry the roof off. It's actually quite nice in there. Really warm now that it's sealed up a bit. And what else do I have to cut my door sills. There's a sill that goes over the top of this that the door will sit on, and the sill comes out and wraps onto the furring here. That needs to go in today and get flashed. I'll have to put the doors in tomorrow. Today is the last 50-some degree day, likely for the rest of the year. So I got to get stuff done. Like, I got to get the flashing and stuff done that is temperature sensitive. This stuff right here, they say it can be applied down to 30 degrees, but you have to warm up the surface before applying it. Which I did, and there's just a few places where it seems to be peeling up, like right here. So what I'll do is once it's warmed up a bit, I'll go over this with the heat gun and roll it, activate the adhesive, and get it nice and tight on there. Oh, and I will flash these sides because this is just a normal window right here. Like I said, this is a double overlap with caulk. I might do a little more caulking on it, but I don't know. We'll see, because I have some other flashing tape that would work better on this. Maybe I'll use that. But anyways, that's what today is. Get the sills in, get the top of the window flashed, get the termination bars on, flash the door sills, Tomorrow is going to be in the low 40s. Hopefully I can get the doors installed tomorrow. And then we have rain/snow the next day. It's supposed to be 1.5 inches. They had it at 2.5 inches. Hopefully it doesn't go back up. And then, hey, get off of there. I don't want them cats to start sharpening their nails on the foam. That would be a bad thing. Then Thursday, early in the morning, it's supposed to start snowing, and it's supposed to snow all day Thursday and into the night with 12-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know if that's technically a blizzard, but that's a lot of snow, and with the wind, it's going to be a whiteout. Way too early in the year for that garbage, but it's going to happen. I mean, it may all thaw right away. You know, the next week it could be gone, but it's going to happen, and I gotta prep for it. So let's get to work. I almost forgot. I have the last of the seeds. This is side oats, grama, Indian grass, and Canadian wild rye. I'm just going to toss this stuff down by Jason Junction. I was going to scratch it in like the rest of it, but there's no time. So when I go down there to burn this stuff, I'm going to toss this real quick as well. Just a really busy day. Okay, let's get at it. It's been a crazy busy day. I was getting ready. I put my coffee in here, started this, got ready to drive down here and get these piles burned. That was hours and hours and hours ago. The Gator was completely out of gas. So the women ran to town, and we didn't have any gas in all 3 gas cans. Natalie must have used it up on the lawnmower and didn't say anything. So they ran to town to get some gas, and I started on the termination strips on the roof. That's all done. I still have my tools and stuff up there. Then I jumped on flashing. The windows are all already in. I went and got them all flashed, and now it is 4:30. I wanted to get that big pile down there burnt, but I don't think I can. I think I'm just going to have to dump all this stuff right here, get it burned up. Possibly I'll just load that up for tomorrow, burn it tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'll probably burn them both tomorrow morning. So all I really have to do is get this stuff off of here, load this one up, load that one up, and then go down to Jason Junction and turn around and come back up. I've never been down the Billy Road before. It was always too angled. I didn't really want to take a chance on it. The only one that's really been up and down this road was my brother Billy. That's why it's called the Billy Road. He did that when we were camping here when we first bought the land. Then it rained and he got his Jeep stuck down there. Didn't look like this though. Okay, I'm gonna offload all this stuff, get it all set for a fire tomorrow, and then go start cleaning up. Natalie and I have to run to town for some various stuff for tomorrow. Well, I decided to burn that one, so I think I'm gonna light this one. Go down, I got seeds to toss as well. I forgot all about that. So I can't rake those in, all I can do is toss them. So I'm gonna go down, turn around, come up part of the way, go toss the seeds, come up, light this, and get the hell out of here. Okay, this is kind of burning out. I ran down and tossed my seeds and stuff already. Now I got to go down and turn around and get up higher than this fire before it blazes up. I'm trying to burn this last bit of stuff over in here and lay off the part over there so I can get rid of the ends, you know, throw that stuff back in here, get rid of it. I better get going before this fire catches me. These cleats were what was holding the foam onto the structure. Just a few days ago, and now they're helping me clear this slash pile. This is all from, if you look back on the videos, I went through here, it was like a jungle. I must have cut down 1,000 of these little trees, pencil trees, 1-inch trees, just really, really dense right in here. It'll be nice to see them go. What's left in here, this tree's going, that tree's going, that right there, that black oak, that's the only thing that's staying right in this general area. It'll be cleared right up to that massive oak right there. It's going to be quite beautiful, but it'll be more than that. It'll be a restored habitat. Hope to see the return of the red-headed woodpecker. They are endangered, I think, but they're a big fan of oak savannas, and once this is returned to an oak savanna, we've seen red-headed woodpeckers here and there, but not many. Okay, the gator is empty. That fire is dying down. This one's going to blaze a bit for a while, and hopefully I can get that stuff right away, toss that on there. I don't want to tend this too much. The ground is really, really, really damp, so nothing's going to light on fire. And there's very few leaves back in here for a woods, because most of the trees have been killed in this area. It's mostly grass right now, and the grass is green, so the fire's not going anywhere. It'll just burn right, you know, right to the edge of where the fuel is and stop. But I'll keep tending it regardless. Don't want a fire in the woods. Okay, I'll show you the stuff that I did today, and then Natalie and I are heading to town for a couple things for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day before the snow. At least that's what I think. Cindy says that the snow on Tuesday was taken out of the forecast, and if so, that's great. It'll still be cold, but having 4 inches or 5 inches, they had it at 6.5 inches for a while, so who knows what we'll get. But that'll really shut things down. Hopefully it'll melt. Alright, let me consolidate this fire a little bit, and then we'll head up there. Alright, this is what I got done today. Got the windows in yesterday, got them flashed out today, both sides and the back. And up top, well, and Natalie and I brought this door over. Cindy and Natalie cleaned the greenhouse and cleaned the shed. We got the Farmall A into the shed. The girls cleaned out the 10 by 10 over there, and they put the zero turn in it, and they got a bunch of stuff done out here while I got this stuff all done. So there it is. That's the transition strips, or termination strips. These 2 close ones, and I don't want to touch this stuff because it's so sticky, the water stop. So now I got to get up here and get my stuff off of here. And if I can tomorrow, I'm going to clean all the joints of these patches, or not patches, but flashing, seam flashing and stuff. I'm going to clean all these again and put the rubber caulk on it. I'm going to have to call the guys and see what temperature it can be applied at. It's getting so cold. Today was pretty much the last day of 50s. Tomorrow it's going to be about 40, 42, I think. And then it gets colder from there. So if I can't get that stuff on, not a real big deal. This'll hold till spring. This is not leaking until spring, that's for damn sure. But I'd like to do that little detail and wrap this up. But I also have to, I'm going to go over the seams and put a seam sealer on it. That I can get away with not doing either. And what else? Oh, I gotta cut up my furring strips and install those. Those are, 4 screws in each, 3 screws down there, 1 every 16 inches, except for where these are. Oh no, they go right here too. Yeah, they go right over this. So, still a good deal of work. The furring strips are for attaching the siding, but I'm not going to be able to get to the siding before it gets, totally winter on us, so I'm going to be putting house wrap over this whole thing until I can do the siding. It's been a couple of years that the house wrap was on the back waiting for this. We didn't want to put siding on there and then cut a big hole in the siding, so it is what it is. I put some house wrap on this, cut out for the windows, and that'll last me until summer. And I think that's it. I'll give you a little tour. Back window, all done. I had to apply the flashing with a heat gun. You have to warm the substrate, and very windy, and you have to warm the flashing as you're rolling it because it's a little cooler than they want it for the flashing. I'm hoping to get the doors in tomorrow, and then I gotta flash those in. Then it'll be dried in. Then everything else that I do is just basically to protect it from the elements. The foam and the tape, none of this stuff really wants to be exposed to UV for very long. So it has to get the wrap on, which means it has to get the furring strips, but shouldn't be too hard. It's just going to be cold. I'll be doing that, well, most likely in below freezing weather. Unless it warms up again, who knows? You know, we've had winters where it gets back up in the 60s and 70s all the way until December and sometimes into January. But can't count on that. Okay, I can probably show more of what I'm doing after tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be a rush as well. Rush against the snow. So I apologize in advance for these crappy videos, but I really just don't have the time to do all the camera setups and stuff. It takes too much time, and I'm in a mad dash. You really can't work until the frost burns off, and that's about 10 o'clock. And then right about now, which is a little after 5, it starts getting too cold to do anything, you know, that's temperature sensitive. Almost all the temperature sensitive stuff is done, but like I said, I got to get flashing on these doors and the caulk and stuff. So one last hurdle to jump, and then if I do get some nice days thrown in and it's not full of snow up there, I'll do some more work up there as well. But otherwise I'll be working in here. Got a kind of interesting insulation details. It's going to be ventless insulation, which is foam and dense packed cellulose. It's kind of it's very different, and it's kind of cutting edge. So if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a thumbs up, it helps the channel greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.